Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Sadgurubhe Namaha Namo Gurubhyo Gurupadukabhyo Namah Paribhya Paripadukabhyo Acharya Siddheshwara Padukabhyo Namaste Lakshmi Paripadukabhyo Sarvamangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namo Hari Om. Okay. Tomorrow we have got inauguration. I think some students are visiting. For them, ICAS has arranged something. Okay. We will start with our class only. Today, we are, right from yesterday, we are thinking about some events being happened in our life. The important events I am taking. They are more important and relevant also in our day-to-day life also. So I'm taking, in the last lecture, I have attended something 4-5 events, I think. Today also we will start to find out the how to check the events, particularly about the various aspects of your life. Okay. We will start with sickness and diseases. This is also a very common thing, and these particular questions are arrived to us. There are two types of questions. One is the sickness itself, and most of the time, sickness means when a man can recover. And if you understand this subject properly, you will get it that the 6th house in your horoscope indicate the sickness and diseases. Okay. 8th house also indicate the sickness and diseases, but they are Gandhantar, long-term diseases. If you consider the 8th house, it says about the sickness which is of chronic diseases, and it goes on for a longer time. For example, cancer, all these diseases, they are coming from the 8th house. And the 6th house indicates the diseases which can be cured with so many medical treatment and all these things. Number 2 is that 6th house indicate the diseases which are known to you. You can see in the birth horoscope also which type of disease is there. There is a method in the birth chart using the Dreshkan also. So we can check it, whether it is a curable disease, it is not curable, whatever. All these things we can check from the 6th house. These are the normal diseases or sicknesses. Okay. But in case of the 8th house, the diseases are very chronic and they are beyond your control. Number 2, beyond your control. Because in the 8th house of your horoscope doesn't have any control of yourself. It just happened because this is the house of death. So death is not controlled by anybody. It so happens. We can visualize, but we don't control it. So the treatment for the diseases which are pertaining to the 8th house are something more complicated and chronic. Sometimes it cures, that goes the God of grace. Okay. The another important house for the purpose of sickness and diseases is the Badak house. Badak house. Which are those Badak houses? For a movable sign, Lagna sign, movable Lagna, it will be the 11th house, will be the Badak house and the Lord of that house. Then second one is the fixed sign. For a fixed sign, you will find the 9th house as a Badak Sthan. And the third house, third particular is the common Rashi or common ascendant. Then it will be the 7th house. So for common ascendant, there is synchronization, I will say. See, Marak houses also do the same job. But Marak houses particularly are aggravated or erupts during when your longevity of the person is coming into the view, that is in danger, particularly. 2nd house and seventh house are the Marak houses of any particular Kundali or horoscope. But this Badak house, for the common ascendant rising, the seventh house will be the Marak house as well as the Badak house. So it becoming more chronic for the common ascendant, common Rashi ascendant. Seventh house will be the more dangerous house. Like, remember this. So this is the background. And Badak houses are coming because of your own acts. Karma. Karma plays very important role as far as Badak houses are concerned. Okay. Eighth houses, we don't have any concern. But sixth house indicate the diseases which are inherent in your life, right from throughout your life. Okay. These are the three sectors of the sickness or diseases. Okay. This is particularly applicable to the horoscope, birth horoscope. Now it can be used in the Prashna chart, particularly Badak houses, particularly Badak house, 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house. These are the bad houses for the purpose of sickness. Okay. Now, which house we should consider when you are talking about the sickness, treatment, all these things? The role of doctor will be there. Role of your medicine will be there. Role of the which type of disease is there, which you have to find out. Then third one is the behavior of the patient. Behavior of the patient. This is very important. Sometimes I came across people, they are taking the treatment for the sake of their family people. Whatever the family members are suggesting, they are taking. But they are not giving any cooperation to the doctor. So the situation is becoming more aggravated, and because they lost their faith in the life itself. Something like that was happening in their life, and they were losing their faith in the life. So this is called a very peculiar situation. So if you talk about the doctor, the ascendant itself, the Prashna chart, I'm now talking about the Prashna chart. The ascendant itself is a doctor or medical practitioner, whoever may be there. Okay, who is used to make the diagnosis and understand the disease. Okay, because of that understanding only, he is going to give the treatment. Okay, whatever the medicines he is giving to you will be seen from the fourth house, from your Prashna chart. Very important things I am now discussing. Seventh house is a disease. Seventh house is a disease in the Prashna chart. Acute or chronic, that depends upon this particular house. Okay. And the most important, the patient. For him, we are checking. The patient will be seen from the 10th house. 10th house only. The 10th house, 7th house, all Kendra houses are there. If you see in the Prashna chart, any Prashna charts, if you take for any matter, all the Kendra houses plays a very important role in the finding out the answer. Okay, and if you want to check the God's blessing in the matter, you have to check the Trikona houses, that is 5th and 9th houses. Okay, but for the time being, we will check with sicknesses and diseases. So ascendant indicates the doctor, 4th house indicates the medical treatment or medicine, or the 7th house is the disease itself, and the 10th house is a behavior of the patient. Now, if the 10th house lord and the ascendant lord is more important here, you check, you think in this way, because doctor and the patient, they must have mutual confidence and the understanding and trust. Most important is the trust. Okay. How we can say that there is understanding or trust? The one method is given is that the ascendant will be lauded by somebody, 10th house will be lauded by something. If both the planets are friendly, or they are placed in a very good position, Trikona position, or 311 position from the Tajika. So it means that patient is giving cooperation to the doctor, and doctor is also making its judgment. His judgment is very rightly, very correctly. Okay, that is how we can check it. Another point is that if the ascendant is having the malefic influence or a planet, malefic planet, natural malefic, always whenever I'm talking here, malefic, it is a natural malefic. And if he is placed into the ascendant or the doctor, then what does it mean that doctor cannot diagnose you properly, and the treatment which is given by him may not be fruitful, may not be fruitful. So what does it suggest? It suggests you to change the doctor. It suggests you, if it is a hospitalized case, then also you are requested by that horoscope, by placing the malefic planet into the ascendant house. What does it suggest? It suggests that you change the doctor or you change the hospital. Like this, you can think in this way. So the most important planet will be the planet which is placed into the ascendant. If the relationship between the ascendant lord and 10th lord is good, then we can say that the patient is cooperating with the doctor, and doctor is also cooperating with the patient, and they mutually are in good terms, and they are taking the treatment and in a proper way. Okay. Now the 4th house, the house which gives information about the medicine or the treatment as such. Okay. So 4th house matter indicates the medicines and treatment. Then the planet lorded by the 4th house will indicate the treatment, and the planet placed into the 4th house will indicate whether that treatment is good or not, correct or not. That medical treatment, particularly the medicines which doctor is giving, may not be helpful if some malefic influence is available in the 4th house. Okay. But the lord of the 4th house, if it is well placed, then the cure of that, because of the treatment given by doctor, that patient can be cured. So the health of that 4th house indicates the information about the medicine, whether that medicine are correct, or we need to change some medicines or the treatments itself. Some more investigations are necessary. For example, some sonography is required, or some X-rays are required. For further medical investigations are needed. All these things you can check from the 4th house. Okay. And the 4th house matter, and the Lagna itself, the Lord itself, both the Lords, they should be in a mutual good position. They are placed in the mutually good position. Otherwise, whatever they are giving, the doctor is giving the treatment, the medicine is not responsible, is not responsive for the treatment. The patient will not be getting response for that treatment. So many times he is not getting cured. Okay. Then the most important another house is the 7th house. If the 7th house is having a very malefic influence, then it will be a chronic disease. Remember this. Something like that. More than one planet, malefic planet. For example, Jupiter and Rahu. For example, I am telling you. Now you have to apply the signification of the planet here. What type of disease he can give. Okay. Jupiter, for example, here is a chronic in the sense, Jupiter alone is not chronic, but Jupiter indicates the expansion. Okay. Expansion, enormous expansion, unwarranted expansion. Okay. So it can be, if it is related to the Rahu or Saturn here, then it indicates a chronic disease like cancer. This is how we have to check. If the Mars is there, some elements regarding the Mars, muscles, Mars indicate the muscles or something like that. And the Tattva also you can check. Mars is a Agni Tattva planet. Okay, like this. If Mercury is there, it is a windy planet. Rahu is there, windy planet. Saturn is windy. Mercury is there, Prithvi Tattva planet. Some regarding bones and all these things. Sun is there. Sun Buddha is there. Something regarding the bones and all these things. So you are supposed to know the signification of that planets in the medical dictionary. Okay. Then you can apply this to the planet placed into the seventh house, and whether it will be cured. It will be seen from the Lord of the seventh house and the Lord of the Lagna house, their relationship. If they are in good relationship, then it can be easily cured. If it is not in the good relationship, then it goes on. Something is going to get damaged. Okay. 10th house is a patient, well known. If it is a combust place, the combust planet is placed over there, then that patient is not giving any cooperation to the treatment given by the doctor. This is how we can check. Okay. So the behavior of the person taking the treatment can be known by the position of the planet placed into that house or the Lord of that house. Personification, if you do it, it will be the Lord of the house will be the patient. Okay. Now check the strength of that planet who is the Lord of the house, whether it is in the Shatru Rashi, whether it is debilitated, all these things will count. Okay. If is not well placed or some malefic planets are placed into the 10th house, that means that patient is not happy about the doctor or is not giving any cooperation to the doctor. To the doctor, when I talk, he is not taking the medicines properly. Vagara, vagara. All these things will be there. Okay. This is how we can check with. Okay. So these are the 4 important points in the Prashna chart. These are, and based on this, now we have to answer so many things. Okay. Diseases to which part of the body? Which part of the? There are 2-3 methods. I will give you a very easy method, lastly, which I use it in a very easy way. 3 methods are given based on the 12 houses method, based on the sign of ascendant, the ascendant which is there in the Lagna, and based on the Dreshkana of Lagna. There are 3 methods given by the literature. So what is that? Let us see one by one. Based on 12 houses, each house indicates some part of the body. Each house indicates some part of the house. Accordingly, all the 12 houses indicate some part of the body. Okay. Influence of the malefics on any house. Influence of any malefic. When I am talking as a malefic influence, means malefic on the house together with the Lord of the house. Okay. That means PAC. PAC means what? What is the difference? PAC, P for position, means malefic planet is placed into that house, or aspect, A for aspect, aspecting the house, or co-joined with the Lord of the body, Lord of that house. Okay. These are the 3 methods. So if the malefic, here all the time, whenever I am talking malefic or benefic, they are natural malefic and natural benefic. Okay. So that is how we have to check with. Now, another third one is given, Arud Lagna house, where afflicted Lagna Lord is placed. In case of Arud Lagna will be there in some house and the Lord will be there. And if that Lord will be placed in somewhere in the horoscope, that house may indicate the disease of that particular part of that body. Another is that the 6th Lord, where it is placed. 6 is a house of enemy, house of sickness. Okay. Diseases. So the Lord of the 6th house, where it will be placing into some house, and that house indicates some part of your body, and that part will be afflicted. This is the first method. based on the 12 houses. Very easy method it is. Only thing you have to check is that which where the malefics have been posted in the horoscope, and where the sixth house lord is posted in the horoscope, or if there is a Arud Lagna you are using, where the lord of that Arud Lagna is placed in, and whether it is afflicted. Okay. Another important. Now I have given in a short way. It is a very big topic actually, but I am, for your understanding only, I am giving the which parts can be uh, traced in that particular house. For example, in the Lagna house or ascendant house, you can check head, brain, nerve system. Okay. Second house, that is the face, throat, neck, and gullet eyes. Okay. Third house indicate the shoulders, upper chest, lungs. Here it is written lungs, but it is lungs. Breathe, nerves and arms. Because third house indicate. Simple technique is there here. Check the third house. Who is the Lord? Mercury. Mercury indicates what? Shoulder. It can indicate the chest. It can indicate the lungs. It can indicate the breath, because it is a breathe can be, and most important is the nervous system. Nervous system. See here, you find two houses for the nervous system in the first Lagna or ascendant and the third house. One important thing I will tell you: whenever the ascendant is damaged by something, then it become, then the malefic planet placed into some other house becomes more complicated. It aggravates the situation for that house. First, you have to check in the ascendant bhava whether there is a malefic planet, and whether that particular planet lord is placed into the 6, 8, and 12 house. They are the bad houses. Okay. So, if it is the situation, then you check in which houses the malefic planet is being placed, and whether it is a friendly planet to that Rashi or something like that. Okay. All astrological concept you use. That is how. Now the fourth house. Fourth house indicates the breast, because Kala Purush Kundali, you will see Cancer Rashi here. So Cancer indicate the breast. Okay. Then the upper intestinal tract or upper digestion system. Okay. This is how I have given. Fifth, you consider, fifth, where is the natural house? It will be the Leo. It will be the carbon. Leo indicates the heart, blood, that is the pumping of blood, circulatory system. Okay, and then the back. The back is indicated by the Leo. Now the sixth house. It indicates the Rashi, Buddha's Rashi only, Mercury's Rashi, but Moon Trikon Rashi, more acute, more chronic, more acute. Okay, ne? Kanya. So lower stomach, lower digestive system, and intestine, bowels, waist, liver, every important part are placed into the sixth house. Seventh house, Tula Rashi. Okay. You relate this. Why I am talking like this? Abdominal things. Tula indicate the abdominal things, cavity and kidney. Most important is the kidney here. Kidney is always looked into the seventh house of your horoscope, in any horoscope. Now I will give you why I am talking like this. It will help you when I give over and above this particular notes. Eighth house indicate the sexual organs, hidden organs, all hidden organs, secretory system, secretory, bowels, rectum, bladder, spine, so many things. Okay. Ninth house indicate the thighs, hips, arterial system. 10th house, here you will find in Parashara and in Jaimini, there is some difference as regard the houses and the part. I have clubbed both together, huh? And generally Jaimini doesn't go wrong. Remember this. So I have given here, in a nutshell, I have given the complete, almost complete, but you can now extend it with reference to that. 10th house is a knee, knees, bones and joints, particularly joints. Okay. particularly leg injury, knee replacement, you will see from the 10th house. Okay. 11th house is the shanks, ankles, and breath. From the 10th house up to the 12th house, they are all parts of your leg. It starts from the knee. Then the नीचे का हिस्सा, knee का नीचे का हिस्सा. Okay. Breathe, because it is the synonym house from the 3rd house. So breathe is there. And it is naturally lorded by Saturn. So Saturn indicates the breathing. 12th house is the feet. The lowermost part is feet and lymphatic system and eyes. In 2nd house also you can see the eyes. Right eye, left eye. In 3rd house also you can see the ear, left, and 11th house also indicate the ears. Left ear, right ear. Like this you can extend. Okay. I have given the important things here. So you check accordingly. These are the houses. For example, if some malefic planet is placed into the 4th house, immediately you will come to know it is regarding some disease, can be regarding to breast, upper intestinal tract, or upper digestive system. Like this. This is how is given. Particularly, if it is placed into the 5th house, you will feel some sort of problem regarding heart or blood circulation. Okay. All these things. Back problem, joint problem, back even in 3rd house, you can relate it to the C1, C2, that things generally medical dictionary uses. And here also S and all these things they are using in the Leo Rashi. Okay. So this is how. Particularly 6 is a stomach. 6 is a stomach. Digestive system is always included into the 6th house. If you find something bad into the 6th house, first thing is that 6th house itself is a disease. House of disease. So what does it indicate? All diseases are the eruption from the 6th house. So where they are stored, what is the source of disease? The stomach and this particular parts of the body are the source of disease. That is particularly stomach, lower stomach. Okay. So in Adhyatma, we can say that this is a house of Krodha. 3rd house is a calm, Krodha, and Moh. They are the 3 bad things in your life. The Adhyatma is like that. The 3rd house is a calm, 6th house is a Krodha, and the 11th house is a Lobha. Okay, this is how is given by our in the Adhyatma. Anyway, for just information, I have quoted this. The important thing another is the 8th house, because 6, 8, and 12, they are the most important houses. 12 is the hospitalization as per a disease is concerned. 8 is the chronic disease. So sexual organs, secretory system, bowels, rectum, these are the parts of the body. But if really it is damaged, 8th house, then it may lead to more complicated things as regards to these parts, as well as if any other part is damaged by the malefic planet with reference to that particular part. For example, if you see a bad planet into the 8th house, and if you also see a bad planet into the 4th house, the 4th house indicates the breast and the 8th house indicates the bad planet. That means the situation, whatever is disease happening into the 4th house, into the breast, becomes complicated, or it can be a cancer or something like that, depending on the planets which are placed over there and in the 8th house. The 8th house indicates any sort of complications, any sort of complication. It can be related to the 4th house, it can be related to the 5th house, heart complications. It can be related to the 3rd, thyroid problem, for example, into the 2nd house, thyroid is there. Okay, all these things you have to read it along with the Dasha, 6th house, and the 8th house. This is the basic principles which I have just quoted you. Accordingly, you go. Then the next will be disease based on the sign of the ascendant. Rising sign, and now it indicates whether it indicates curability, curation of the disease. The nature of the sign indicates movable, fixed, and dual. Okay. Another is that what type of category will be Shirshodaya, Prushtodaya, and Ubhayadaya. This is another category of the Rashi placed into the Lagna Bhav. Then third one is upward looking Urdhva Mukha, sideways looking Triyanka Mukha, and downward looking Adho Mukha. Now let us see the signification of this. If the movable sign is emerging, it gives the what is the progress. The nature of Rashi indicate the progress of the disease, whether it is going to the hell or whether it is going to the heaven. Got it? Whether it will be cured, whether it may not be cured, or making it more complicated. Okay, this is how the nature of the Rashi plays the role. Now the movable is there. If the movable is there, Shirshodaya is very good for the curing. Okay. And if it is upward looking, I already explained about this, upward looking, above the neck will be the disease. This is another way to find out where the disease will be. Where the disease will be. This is particularly applicable to the Prashna chart. It is generally not applicable to the birth chart. This I am also making it very clear. This is most important thing coming from the Prashna chart. If you see that movable sign is rising and it is a Shirshodaya, nature of sign kaun si hai? To Shirshodaya. And another thing is upward looking. Upward, uppar dekhne wale. Upward. It means disease is somewhere from head to neck. There are three parts of the body. One is head to neck, between neck to the cumber or abdomen, something, pelvis you can say, up to pelvis. And the third one is niche ka hicha, pura niche. These are the three parts of your bodies. Okay. Based on these also the dreshkan is emerging. First dreshkan, second dreshkan, and the third dreshkan. First dreshkan indicate the upper part, middle dreshkan indicate the middle part, and the last dreshkan of the kundali will indicate the last, that is the lowest portion of your body. Okay. Now this is also maintained. Now the fixed signs, if the rising sign is a fix itself suggests that two things. Movable, that means the disease can be changed. Movable indicates some sort of change. That we have understood. Some movement is there. Okay, fix is a fix. Fix is a fix. There is no change. Now, if you see like this, the direction of rising sign, Urdhva, Ubhayadaya. If the Ubhayadaya Rashi is there, fixed Rashi, Ubhayadaya, nature of Rashi, Shirshodaya जैसे बोला है, वैसा नीचे Ubhayadaya. Other Ubhayadaya means common Rashi. Generally, up to 15 degree, we consider it as a fixed Rashi. And beyond 15 degrees, we generally consider it as movable Rashi. Okay. Depending on the degree rising. Now the common Rashi is there, fixed rising sign is nature fixed. Then common sign is there, nature. Sideways looking hai. So below the neck and above the waist. This is how is given. Dual sign is there. The Prushtodaya side rising, it will be the downward looking and below the waist. But many times it doesn't tally. Sometimes there may be a mixture of Rashis, correct? Into the ascendant. Fixed Rashi is rising together with Shirshodaya sign, together with upward looking, something like that. Then how to make out? How to make the decision? That gives information. This slide gives this information. So it is more important slide. First slide which I have given is of general nature. But now this makes the practical implication. If all the three rising signs, all the three things are as per the chart, then the seat of disease is as indicated by the chart. Means it indicates that I will go up. Movable sign is indicated above the neck. See like this. Watch like this. Movable sign is indicated above the neck. Fixed sign is indicated below the neck. Below the neck and above the waist. Dual indicates below the waist. This is first. Now, another is Shirshodaya. Shirshodaya, if it is a Shirshodaya sign, then above the neck. Like this, you have to term it out. Okay. But now, if it is not telling, seat of disease is as indicated in the chart. Urdhva Mukha, I have given explanation, which will be the Urdhva Mukha. The sign in the Vyaya Bhava of Sun. Sun will be sitting in some house, and the previous Rashi to that will be the Urdhva Mukha Rashi. Okay. I have given the explanation here. And the trine Rashis of that. I will give some explanation here to understand this. Okay. This is Jagannath Hora. Okay. This is today's Kundali. This is Sun sitting in here, Cancer. Today is Sun is in the Cancer. This is today's Rashi chart. So which will be the Vyaya Bhav? It will be a Mithun Rashi. Okay, Mithun Rashi will be the Vyaya Bhav, and trine to that will be the Mithun, Tula, and Kumbha. Kumbha or Aquarius, you can say. Third, 3, 7, and 11 Rashis will be the, as per this particular thing, will be the Urdhva Mukha Rashis. They are the Urdhva Mukha Rashi. Okay. Second one, Adho Mukha Rashi. Just now I told you, Sun will be sitting in some Rashi, and trine to that Rashi will be the Adho Mukha Rashi. Okay. They are very important concepts for the Prashna chart. Then Triyanka Mukha Rashi. Sun will be occupied. Sun will be occupied. It का मतलब क्या होता है? So Sun is presently into the Cancer Rashi. He will be occupied in the future, will be the Leo Rashi. So the Leo, Dhanu, and the Mesh will be those Rashis. Okay. This is what is given in the Triyanka Mukha Rashi. Okay. The example is given, but I have given you practically on the chart. If all the 3 rising signs do not tally, I have given here the explanation for which are the Urdhva Mukha, which are Adho Mukha, and which are the Trayamba Mukha. If all the 3 rising rise do not tally as per the chart, which is given by me earlier, then what is the next procedure? How to go ahead? What is the procedure? This is how is explained in the next chart. Okay. See here. This is given. Now, this is the way you have to tackle the problem. Disease based on the sign of the ascendant. Disease based on the sign of the ascendant. If the Lagna and its Navamamsha are same, if if the Lagna and its Navamamsha is same, that is Vargottam. First category is Vargottam. It is not applicable here. Here it is applicable as the nature of Rashi. Movable, fixed, or dual. If the Lagna rising is movable and the Namamsha rising is also movable, then the disease shall be seen from the ascendant itself. Okay. I will give some explanation here. See here, ascendant is Mesha or Aries, and it is rising with, Navamsha is rising with Leo ascendant. Navamsha is there. It is rising with Leo ascendant. They are not of the same nature. One is movable Rashi and this is a fixed Rashi. So they are not getting the same. They are not same. So it is not applicable here. If the Lagna and Navamsha are same, means movable, fixed, or dual, then we have to check that chart from the Lagna itself. That means if they are one and the same, you use this particular chart. If they are movable, if both are movable, Lagna and Navamamsha Lagna, if both are movable, the disease will be above the neck. Forget about the middle 2 columns. Just go directly on the seat of disease. That is the last column. Both are movable. If both are fixed, then go to this particular last column below the neck or above the base. But if it is not there, then we should avoid this particular column, first column. Okay, this is what is given. Huh? I am teaching you how to apply and how to check with. This is the first condition. Now the second. If it is not same, now only I told you it was not same. Then the disease shall be seen from which side we should see the disease shall be seen from whether the sign is upward looking, sideways looking, or downward looking. Upward looking, downward looking, or this. Now check with. Check with. I will give you a practical hint here. Okay. I have checked with sun. Okay. Sun is sitting into the Cancer. Which Rashi is rising here? Mesh Rashi is rising here. Okay. What is the definition of all these things? Okay. We'll check. Again, we will check. Because this is very important phenomena. Which are the Urdhvamukha, Adhomukha. See, he was sitting in the Cancer. Okay. Rising Lagna is Mesha or Aries. Check the triangular of the ascendant. 1, 5, and 9. Where will be the one side 1, 5 or 9? From the Cancer Lagna, 5th will be the next sign. 5th will be the next sign. Got it now? Then it will be see here the Trayanta Mukha. Rashi which will be occupied by the sun. Which will be the Rashi which will be occupied by the sun? It is a Leo Rashi. Okay. So the Lagna is coming in that trine. 5, 1, and 9. So Lagna is ascendant is Aries. So it is coming in, fitting into this particular criteria. So it is the phenomena of Trayanka Mukha. Then go to here, check with Trayanka Mukha here. How is Trayanka Mukha? See here, Trayanka Mukha, Rashi which will occupy the sun and its trine. Okay, this is Trayanka Mukha, Urdhva Mukha. All this thing is given here. Now, downward looking, what will be the downward looking? We will check here. Upward looking, Trayanta Mukha, I have given here. Sideways looking is equal to Trayanta Mukha. So, sideways looking, I will add here. Sideways looking will be this particular column. Okay, this particular. Then, this is here in the middle one, the below the next and above the base. This is how we are supposed to apply. Okay, if as it is Nayaya. Okay. Now, the next step. If the sun is very weak, it is debilitated, for example, then disease shall, all the other upward looking, sideward looking, downward looking, what is the reference point? Sun is the reference point. Okay. So we are here presuming that sun is strong. But practically speaking, it may not be so. If the sun is weak, it is debilitated in the Shatru Rashi, something like that. Then the disease shall be determined from the Lagna as Shirshodaya, Prushtodaya, or Ubhayadaya. This you may be knowing. Shirshodaya, Prushtodaya, Ubhayadaya. You check which will be the Lagna, what type of Lagna it is, and check which will be the area where disease can be there. Now here I have given you the explanation. Sun is considered as weak, specific DI. It's when it is placed into the third Drishkana of Virgo. Third Drishkana. This is a very peculiar thing coming from the Prashna chart. Normally we use the sun as debilitated sun is a bad sun. But here one more important thing is given here. They use here the Drishkana. See here, I wanted to give some explanation here. Some explanation. When you got the disease, what type of, which part of your life is damaged? it is damaging your longevity. Number one, longevity. If it is a chronic, it mostly damages the longevity. Number one. And why you are getting the diseases? When your luck is not giving the support. Luck, dharma bhav is not giving, ninth house is not giving the support. Ninth house, if ninth house is strong, it is giving the support, then diseases happens and goes. It is not so important. Even your day-to-day activities are going on. But the for the purpose of longevity, Dreshkan is the most important chart. Dreshkan is the most important part. See, Lagna chart is important, D1. D3 is equally important to ascertain the strength of the Raj Yoga in birth horoscope, together with the longevity of the birth of the native. That is why it is given here the importance of Dreshkan. And which Dreshkan it is given? Third Dreshkan of Virgo. Third Dreshkan of Virgo. Okay. Then first Dreshkana of Libra is also not good. The Libra you must be understanding. Libra is a debilitated sign. It is a debilitated Dreshkana for that sun. And Virgo, the third Dreshkana. In first Dreshkana in Libra and the third Dreshkana in Virgo. Okay. The another important point here it is given as a Navamsha of Libra. Navamsha indicates the luck factor or the dharma factor or ninth house factor. Okay. So importance is given in our birth, instead of birth chart, important here is given to this particular two things to find out when the sun becomes more weak. You can apply all other symptoms, but give more importance to this last line when you are dealing with the Prashna Charta. Something unique is there. Okay. This is based on the Dreshkana. Just now I told you what is the importance of Dreshkana. If the rising sign is in the first Dreshkana, rising sign is in the first Dreshkana, the disease part is above the neck. Above the neck. Now I will tell you here. See here. It is the rising sign. Which one is it? Is Mesha. I will check the Dreshkana here. D3. Sorry. Okay. This is a Leo Dreshkana. Leo. Which is this Dreshkana? This is a second Dreshkana. You check from here. From Aries, you check from there. It will be the second Dreshkana. It will be the third Dreshkana. Okay. Like this you count it. Now when you see here, the second Dreshkana is rising. You got here. Practically I am giving you. If the second Dreshkana is rising, then between the neck and waist. Okay. And if the third Dreshkana is rising Dreshkana, then below the waist. This is what the symptoms given by the Dreshkana. Now, the Ilias part of Lagna indicate the left part of the body. Here some importance is given. I will tell you. I will explain you here. And the Lagna yet to rise will indicate the right part of the body. There are two parts of your body. One is right, one is left. Okay. How to identify which is the right and which is the left part? Okay. Here, generally speaking, in our birth chart, that I explained. This will be the right from Lagna to 6th house. It will be the left. Lagna to the 8th house. Okay. In the birth chart. But here, what is given here? He has given the, it has given the given importance to to 1 minute. It has given importance to the rising degree. In normal birth chart also, we are not giving the two half by utilizing the degree in the Lagna. Here in the Prashna chart, we are using here the degree of the Lagna. For example, if the Lagna is 8 degree, it is the first Deshkana, because 0 to 1 to 10 is the first Deshkana. Okay, indicating above the neck. First point important. Then the Lagna indicates the head. Lagna, already I told you, the part of the body. Lagna means the first house. It indicates the head. Now, 0 to 8 degree is the left side. 0 to 8 degree is the left side of your body or left side of your head. First, I have calculated the Deshkana. Which is that? First Deshkana, second Deshkana, or third Deshkana? Point number 1. Then I check with, first I arrived at the Deshkana. Accordingly, I arrived it whether it is head to neck, neck to waist, or waist to leg, last portion of your body. Okay. This is how I identified the 3 parts based on the Deshkana. Now, degree I have checked, and before that degree, the degrees which have been completed. 8 degree Lagna is there, it means the Lagna has traveled from 0 to 8, already completed. Okay. 0 to 8 indicate the left side of your body. And 8 and beyond that, up to 30, will be the right hand body. Okay. Dresthana indicates something. Then degree indicates left and right body. Okay. And now I am checking here. See here, I am giving you a very easy method here. I have identified head. I have identified the neck, head to neck, then head, because it is a Lagna part or ascendant part. Now I check with the 6th house lord. 6th house is a house of disease. Correct? Very easy method I am giving. 6th house lord is placed into some Lagna. For example, he is placed into the Lagna. If it is, what is the degree of that planet? If the planet's degree is 0 to 8, then the left hand side of that particular head will be having some trouble. Or the degrees are beyond 8 up to 30, then 9 to 30, then it will be the right hand side of your head. This is how we are now making it a minute division of the head. One is left, right, that is based on the planet which is placed, which is 6th house lord given a house is a disease house, and the planet gives the disease. Okay, simple technique I use here. As far as 7th house is concerned, this is given as a first house. In case of 7th house, it goes exactly opposite. It means 0 to 8. What is indicated here? 0 to 8 is the left side. So here will be 0 to 8 will be the right side. And 8 to 30 will be the left hand side. Because 7th house is exactly opposite of ascendant, and Argala principle is there. Actually, this is a principle from Jaimini Jyotish. But I'm not taking that this. But for the mere understanding, I'm telling you, it is coming from the Jaimini Jyotish. There are 4. Here it is. We are making the 4 parts of the Rashi normally. 0 to 730, 730 to 15, 15 to 20 to 30, and 30 degree. Last portion. 4th house is making Argala to Lagna, first part, like this. 3rd to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd. This is how that Argala principle is there into the Jaimini astrology, and accordingly the reverse action happens. And it is coming from that particular part of Jaimini astrology. Why I am giving the orientation? Because orientation one must learn. From where it has come? It is coming from Jaimini astrology. Remember this. 7th house and the 1st house, the logical difference. Okay? 1st is a normal, 7th is the exactly opposite or reverse position. Take it like this. Okay. Another important, Dreshkan. Very big topic it is. Recovery from the disease. Recovery from from the disease. It depends upon the lagna. Which planets are influencing the lagna? What type of lagna it is? Malefic lagna, benefic lagna, like this. The first important. It depends upon the lagna. Benefic or malefic influence on the lagna. And the position of the moon, 6th, 8th house and house lord. What does it mean? Lagna rising is of malefic planet, lorded by malefic planet. Lagna lorded by malefic planet. Okay. The first sentence, benefic or malefic. Influence, that means aspect on the lagna. Influence, co-joining of the malefic planet into the ascendant or aspecting the ascendant. Then the next is that the most vital thing in disease or in any Prashna chart, you check the moon, the position of the strength of the moon. When you are checking the strength of the moon, see the pakshabala, whether the moon is having the pakshabal, that is, it is rising in the Shukla Paksha or in the Krishna Paksha, darker half or a better half or brighter half or dark half, like this. Point number 2. And the third one is that last is a 6th house and 8th house. Check with 6th house. If, for example, if the Lagna Lord is sitting into the 6th house, bad position. Lagna Lord is sitting into the 8th house, bad position. Lagna Lord is sitting into the 12th house, bad position. Then, if the Lagna in the ascendant itself, if the 8th Lord is sitting, another bad situation. 6th Lord is sitting into the Lagna, then another bad situation. It goes, what does it tell? It tells something bad. Okay? About the curability of the disease. The another point. Movable Lagna indicate the change in position. Always good for the those who are sick. For the person, those who are sick. That means he is getting improved. Movable Lagna. Okay. Fix is damaging. Unchanged situation. What does the fixed Lagna say? Unchanged position. The position is not getting changed. Then the benefic influence on Kendra. Always remember, Kendra is your karma and Trikona is your God's blessing. These are the two important things in any type of astrology. So karma indicates your karma, Kendra houses. And if bad influence is there in the Kendra bhav, then your karma is not so good. So everything is related to the karma in astrology. If your karma is not good, the results are also not good. Okay. Another point is Trikona. Trikona is a God blessing. If the malefic planets are placed into the Trikona bhava, what does it indicate? It indicates that there is no God's blessing. Okay. The last 8th house and moon in the Upache houses indicates early cure. Remember, 8th house, always remember, 8th house is a Karak house for Lagna. If you extend this principle to all other houses, you will see that from the 4th house, 11th house will be the Karak for the 4th house. This is how. For 2nd house, 9th house will be the Karak because it is the 8th house from the 2nd house. Okay, this is how. In even this principle can be extended to the horoscope in the birth chart. If the 8th house is damaged from any other house, from any house, that means that bhava is having some trouble. That bhava will not prosper so good. Easy nahi milega. Some struggle is there in that house. Okay, this is 8th house. Signification of the 8th house. So in the horary chart also, we need to have a benefic planet into the 8th house. In the 8th house. Another important, moon in Upachaya houses. Which are the Upachaya houses from the Lagna? 3, 6, 10 and 11. 3, 6, 10 and 11. They are the Upachaya houses. If the planet moon is placed over there, it is a good signification for getting cured. Strong Lagna and Lagna Lord. What do you mean of strong Lagna? How you will come to know this Lagna is strong? In Jaimini, I am giving here something about from the Jaimini, which is useful and it can be used everywhere. The first criteria is that if the Lagna Lord is aspecting to the Lagna Lord is aspecting to that Lagna, renders that Lagna strong. Point number one. Point number two is if Jupiter is aspecting to the Lagna, then the Lagna becomes strong. Third point is that if the Mercury is aspecting to the Lagna, then the Lagna renders strong. These are the three important points which are coming from the Gemini astrology, but they can be universally applicable to all. Okay. In personal chart also, we can check with this. Okay. Point number one, as regards the strong Lagna. Now the Lagna Lord. Here, Lagna Lord is a planet. You got it? When the planet will become strong, if it is into the Mool Trikon Rashi, exalted Rashi, correct? Own Rashi, okay, friendly Rashi, like this. You use same principles here. This is Lagna Lord. Moon also. Give moon, when it will be strong, I already given as regards moon, one should check with Paksha Bal. Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha. Number one criteria. And the second criteria is the Rashi. In which Rashi it has been placed. If it is placed into the Saturn's Rashi, the strength goes down, definitely. If it is placed into the Vrishik Rashi, it is debilitated Rashi. If it is placed into the Taurus Rashi, it is an exalted Rashi. These all things will be there with moon also, but the additional thing is that Pakshabal. Pakshabal is the number one, and all other things goes second, third, fourth, fifth, like this. Priority. Now, if it is like that, that means Lagna is strong, 6 and 8, Lagna Lord is strong, Lagna is strong, Moon is strong, recovery is there, will be there. And it will be easy also. It will be easy also. Any relation of Lagna with the 6th and 8th house creates complications in the recovery. Any relation. I already told you the relations. Aspect is the most important relation. Or placement. सबसे important वही है. If the Lagnesh is placed into the 6th house Lord is placed into the Lagna, or both are aspecting each other by any way, okay, Tajik aspects or any other aspects, even normal Parashari aspects, making it more complicated. When moon transit on the 6th Lord, this is a very peculiar in the Prashna chart. When the disease starts, when moon transits the 6th Lord, moon transit on the 6th Lord, 6th house Lord will be placed somewhere. When moon is transiting on the 6th Lord, the disease gets started. And when it transits the 4th Lord or 4th house, see, in the initial stage, I have given 4th house for medical treatment or medicine. So when moon is reaching to the 4th house or the 4th Lord, that treatment is getting fruitful. That is, the disease is getting cured because of the medical treatment. This is what is given in this particular line. Next. Now, so far, we have come to the sickness and recovery. This is a very important topic nowadays, and one should check whatever I have given. Okay, the next one. Traveler and missing person. Nowadays, this particular phenomenon has gone behind the scene because mobiles are there and everybody is point-to-point information is available with us where that person has gone, travel. He has reached to Hubli, he has reached to Karnataka, he has reached to Bangalore. So many things, he immediately calls you. So, the worriness about the traveling was not there. But in ancient time or earlier time, it was there before the advancement in technology. The person has gone on journey. But here something more important is coming in the Kali Yuga. I will give that. A person has gone on journey and his whereabouts are not known, or person has started his return journey or not, reached back, all these things. The condition of the person in the present days of scenario of advancement of IT and communication, the importance of this question is reduced. However, with increased terrorism, now see here it is the present modern day, terrorism, crime, kidnapping, or so many accidents, so many things are there now, which are more brutal, more brutal. This question is now still important from these wide viewpoints. Now let us see. First, we have to check the Kendra houses. What does it indicate? Okay, this is the most important thing in any horror astrology. Lagna represent the missing person. The person which to whom you are searching is a missing person. You are checking the whereabouts. Fourth house is his well-being, happiness of the missing person. Once you understand from which house what should be seen, it becomes more clear. So I have given it very clear manner. Seventh house is the path of a missing person. Happiness or difficulties in the return path. See, seventh house is a house of interaction with the outside world. You are going away through the seventh house. You are coming into the home is a seventh house. Okay, this is the path. Seventh house is a path through which you are interacting with the outside world. You are going out through the seventh house. You are coming to your home through the seventh house. So seventh house is a path of a missing person. Happiness or difficulties into the return path. Okay. Fourth house, अभी तो दिया है ऊपर. Fourth house, well-being वगैरह. Now the fourth house indicate the traveler's condition also. Another, already I have given well-being and happiness. I have given here more explanation of the missing person. Fourth house indicates traveler's condition, whether he is good, he is sick, or captivity. Captivity means somebody has pakad ke rakha hai. है ना? The fourth house indicates the traveler's condition. Now, in view of this, check in Parashari, in horror astrology. What we should check? Houses from 5th to 10 indicate his outward journey. Fourth house is his home and he is going out. So he is crossing the seventh house. Seventh house is a path. Okay. So from 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That indicate the outward journey of the person. Outward journey of the person. Remember this. And the houses 11, next house, 11 to 4 is the return journey. If you are checking with the return journey, check with these houses. 11th house, is there any malefic planet? All these things. We have to check. Influence of the malefic indicates that something, some problem may be there while returning the home. Okay. This is how this is a very gross method he has given. Another important, moon is the fastest planet. Okay. Moon plays in the 5th to 10 house. 5th house to 10 house. That is 5th, 9 and 10 with benefic planets. Okay. Aspected by the benefic indicate his happy state, because moon is a person who has left your home. Moon is a person. In the same way, you treat him as good as Lagna Lord. When Lagna Lord indicates the missing person, same way moon indicates the missing person. And more to that, the moon indicates the circumstances. Correct? Because moon indicates some circumstances. So in 5th to 10 house with benefic planets or aspected by the benefic planets, indicate that he is very happy. Wherever he has gone, he is happy. Need not worry. The most important phenomena in this particular question is the happiness of the person about whom we are searching for. Okay. Whether he is happy, he is safe, all these things are more important. Okay. One day or the other he will come out. after getting a train's ticket, aeroplane ticket, all these things, some problem will be there. But ultimately will come back. But if there is some captivity, somebody has detained him, or he's very sick, he got the accident and stuck up in the hospital, all these cases are more important. Okay. So to answer those questions, placement of moon 5th to 10 house with benefic indicates that he is very safe. He is not faced any accident. He is very safe. He himself has remained happy. So there is no question of unhappiness. Now let's check with the general principles. Movable sign lagna, navamsha indicate the change in position. Fixed lagna shows the status quo. Now, if some people ask me, particularly parents ask me, parents of boy or girl ask me, he is living in America, for example, for study or some service he may be doing there, and they wanted to get married. Situation I am telling. And the parents ask me whether that particular boy or a girl will come back to India for getting married, because we are searching spouse for them, and we are anxious whether they can come back or not. Like this, the question arises. This is a very modern question. Huh? Nowadays, it is happening. So, how you can check with the first criteria is that if the Lagna is a movable sign and the Namamsha sign, that means he will come back. He will come back. But if it is a fixed sign, Lagna is there in a fixed sign, then he is happy over there. He don't want to come back. Then he is happy over there in the America, so he don't want to come back. He will be there. Now the second, malefics in the 6th house, 11th house, and benefics in the Kendra Trikona indicates favorable situation. Malefics into the 6th house. What does it mean? What does it mean? 6th house, where he will aspect, normal 7th house aspect, where it will be? Into the 12th house, correct? 12th house indicates where the man has gone, person has gone already, and we are thinking about his return. If the 6th house is having the malefic, he will aspect the 12th house. He will aspect the 12th house naturally. Okay. So malefics into the 6th house indicate the favorable situation. Why favorable? That means, does you think in this way? Aspects is equal to conjunction. Simple formula I am telling you. Aspect is equal to conjunction. 6th lord, 6th house, some malefic is placed. For example, Mars is there. Aspect in the 12th house. Okay, where he has gone. If the aspects and conjunctions are same, if you treat this, then Mars will be in the 12th house. And malefic in the 12th house, what does it indicate? He is not happy over there. He is not happy over the foreign land or wherever he has gone. So he wanted to come back. He is not interested in remaining over there. So 6th house lord, if the planet plays into the 6th house, is a malefic planet. Simultaneously, Kendra and Trikona are benefic planets, particularly 4th house. Among the 4 Kendra, particularly 4th house. If there is a malefic aspect in your birth chart also, if there is a malefic aspect, then generally the person living will leave his motherland or he will leave his mother place where he has taken birth, and he will go to some other place for his livelihood. So 4th house occupying the malefic planet is bad, but it is good for going out. Okay. If it is occupied by the benefic planet, then the man or a person who has gone out, he will come back. 4th is the most important. Okay. More than Trikona. Trikona indicates the God's blessing only. But the 4th house is the relevant house, specific house of the home, specific house indicating the home. Now the 11th house. 11th house indicates actual achievement. If the malefic planet is placed into the 11th house, that he is struggling for his achievement. He is struggling for his achievement in the foreign land. So he is not happy and he will come back, he will return back to India. Like this you can say. Okay. This is particularly applicable for the foreign journey. Then the Shishode sign is favorable. This is universal truth. Prashna sign indicates disappointment. Benefic planet into the 7th house indicates safety. I already told you, 7th house is the path for coming back. If the malefic planet are placed into the 7th house, the path is tedious, dangerous, complicated. He may not be getting the tickets. He may not be getting the railway ticket or the aeroplane tickets. Some problem he is facing over there. He's stuck up and he wanted to come, but he is not in a position to come back. If the malefic planet is there, if the benefic planet is there, he will be easily coming over there. Okay. Now, another important. Malefic 4th and 7th house indicate the problem. Okay. Malefic 4th. So, I already explained you in the earlier line that 4th, if it is occupied with the malefic, he will go out. He will remain outward only. He will not come back. If it is a benefic planet, he will come back. Think in a logical way. 7th house and 4th house is the most important houses for coming back. 7th house indicate the path and 4th house indicate the thing for which he is coming back. Okay. This is how. If the moon, Lagna Lord are placed in the nakshatra of a malefic planet, then there is a problem or it may fail. He is not coming. If he is trying to come back, still he may not come. Because here the theory of constellation emerges. Nakshatra, Aslesha Nakshatra, for example. It is the malefic nakshatra. Okay. Like this you can treat, or nakshatra or the constellation lauded by the malefic planet. Like this you can take. In both the things are correct. Magha, for example. Magha is a bad nakshatra. Correct? This is the Pitru Devata is there. Okay. This is how. But it indicates the purpose for which it is. If it is gone for the treatment, then Ashwini can be a good nakshatra. Okay. Because Ashwini, who is the Devata? Ashwini Kumar. Indicating the curing of Ashwini Nakshatra. This is how we have to use. Okay. Now, if the moon, Lagna Lord, I already used. Benefic planets hemmed the Lagna, moon, Lagna Lord, 7th house favorable. All sorts of favorable influence, benefic influence indicate the favorability. All sorts of malefic influence indicate the not so favorable. Okay. Lagna Lord placed into the 2nd house or the 8th house, and Itashala Yoga. Itashala Yoga is coming from the Tajik astrology. Itashala Yoga with planets into the 4th or 7th house indicate leads to non-return. Okay. Lagna Lord is placed into the 2nd house. To whom he will aspect? He will aspect the 8th house, naturally. And in general, even horoscope also, in birth horoscope also, planets aspecting are more powerful than the planet placed into that house. This is general principle. So 2nd house, a planet placed into the 2nd house, aspecting the 8th house, giving more results of the 8th house. Giving more results of the 8th house. Okay, this always you remain. So Lagna Lord is a lord of the Lagna, placed into the 2nd house, aspecting the 8th house. Bad house, correct? Aspecting. So he is giving bad results. And Itashala is a yoga. Okay, whether it is confirming the things. Okay, number 2. And now Itashala with whom? 4th house lord or 4th house or 7th house lord. Both the houses, what does it indicate? 4th house is a happiness and the home, 7th house indicate the path. So same, once you got clear about the houses, then you can develop your own logic. See, benefic into the 12th house indicate no return. Why? I already explained you. Benefic indicate that he is very happy. Malefic indicate that he is not happy. 12th house is a house where he has gone. The person has already gone. If the benefic planet is placed over there, he don't want to come back. He is very happy in the foreign land. But if there is a malefic planet into the 12th house, he is not so happy. The person who is not happy will try to come back. Natural signification. So he is coming back. This is how we can learn. Now next. Lagna Lord in the 4th house or 11th house indicate the return journey. 4th house is a home. Okay, simple. And 11th house is the actual receipt of. 11th house का acknowledge क्या करता है? Possession acknowledge करता है. So he is already reached or he is there. To indicate the return journey. But malefics in the Kendra Trikona indicate the reverse. So again and again, treat 4th house. Check 4th house and 11th house. All the time and everywhere. Okay. Malefic, placement of malefic is always bad. Okay. Moon in 10th house, aspecting the 4th house indicates no journey. Most important. This is a very important thing. Prashna chart mein. This particular, many times in the examination, this question is asked. Moon aspecting the 10th house indicates no journey. This is very important. Because moon is a karaka for the journey, and when it is aspecting to the 4th house, for that house he is a karaka. So he is aspecting to his own karaka house. So he will not promote the journey. But moon in 4th house, see here, funny situation, you make it by heart. Moon in the 4th house indicate person reached home. Already he has reached to the home and he is not doing any journey. See here, when a person reach home, that you can check from the moon. From 7th house, journey, that is path is started. From 7th house, the moon reached to the 4th house or the 4th house lord, the journey completed, he has reached to the home. So simple. Okay. Benefics in the 2, 3, 5 house indicates early return. Okay. 2, 3 and 5th house. Moon in the 7th house and 7th lord in the second half of the Rashi. Person is on his way back. He has started his journey and is coming back. Now it has given more explanation now. Moon in the 7th house. Fastest planet I will say. Sitting into the 7th house. So it means he has started the journey. Another is 7th lord. Check the 7th lord. In the second half of the Rashi. What does it mean? Up to 15 degree first half. Second half is 15 to 30 degree. Okay. That means he has already left. Second half is going towards the end of that Rashi. It means he started the journey and he started his journey for his homeland. Moon in Lagna, Mohebal, traveler on his return. Moon placed into the Lagna Bha, particularly Mohebal Lagna is there. This is more applicable because Moon is the fastest planet and Lagna is also Mohebal. So some change in the situation is indicated. Lagna Lord in the 3rd house, 9th house, in Itashala with the planet in the Lagna indicates the journey is commented. You need not learn it by heart. Only see here, 3rd house is a short journey, 9th house is a long journey, depending on the thing where the person has gone. If he has gone to the foreign land, 9th house is more important. If he has gone from Pune to Mumbai or from Mumbai to some nearer place, some other city, Bangalore jaisa, so it is a short journey. Okay, you can use it 3rd house. Okay, so this is how we can. And there is a Itashala with the Lagna Lord or a Lagna Lord with this 3rd house and 9th house. It means that he has already begun his journey. It can be a short journey, it can be longer journey. See, Lagna Lord in the 12th house forming Itashala with moon indicates early return. Moon is the fastest planet. Always remember, for journey things, moon plays very important role. So 12th house indicate the house where the man has gone. So Itashala with moon indicates that he has started to the home ground. Moon is the Karaka of fourth house. I already indicated. So he's coming to the fourth house. He's coming to his homeland. Okay. Then the Mars and Saturn in the eighth house, afflicted by the malefics, indicate the difficulties and danger. Eighth house is the most important house for the things which are beyond your control. And the malefic planet placed into the eighth house is always bad for any type of chart. Any type of chart. Okay. So here also they plays negative role. Moon, Sun in the eighth house aspecting the malefics indicate the danger. Why? He is himself. Moon is a person, he himself. Sun is a Atma. Sun is a Atma Karaka. Okay. So Moon and Sun, one way we can say is the Moon is a body and Sun is Atma. Another explanation. We can give so many explanations. Okay. So Moon, Sun, he himself is represented. And he is placed into the eighth house. Okay. Aspected by malefics means already he is placed into the eighth house. For Moon, eighth house is a Marana Karaksthan. And for Sun, in the eighth house, he is setting down. When he lost his all strength in the eighth house, he is getting setting. Because Asta ho raha hai na, day is getting converted into the night. Okay. So Sun's strength is going down. So he already lost his strength, and malefic planets are aspecting them. It means that he is really ruined. They are really ruined by the malefics. Very important situation nowadays. Captivity, bandhana. Lagna Lord related to Moon or Moon in 7th house or 12th house indicate that person has gone as per his will. See here, if somebody is asking, my friend is not there, somebody has catch hold of him, or he is under the bandhan, and if you see in that particular situation in the horoscope, Lagna Lord is related to Moon, or Moon in the 7th house, or Moon in the 12th house. 12th house is a place where he has already lived, and Moon indicates he himself has gone. Nobody has catch hold of him and taken out. Okay. Very easy method hai bolne ki. Saturn posited in the sign of a malefic planet in the 4th, 5th, 8th and 9th houses and aspected by the malefic indicates the captivity. This is the most. Saturn is a karak of captivity. Even Rahu, if you consider Rahu, it is a karak of captivity. Okay, Mars is also a karaka of captivity. All the three planets are karaka of captivity. Here only Saturn is given. But Saturn changes after 2.5 years. Mars changes every now and then. Okay, Rahu also changes after 18 years. 18 years. 18 months. So like this, it goes on changing. The duration of the change is frequently for Mars. Okay, so Mars is more important. And Mars bandhan ka karak bhi hai. So if his placement into the 4th house, 5th house, 8th house, 9th house. 4th house indicates the general happiness of the person. 5th, 8th Gandhantar hai. 9th is the journey. So aspected by the malefic, another malefic, indicates that he is under captivity. He is not allowed to go to his homeland. Or malefics into the Lagna and 7 indicate the captivity. See, Lagna, already I told you, Lagna, if it is aspected of malefic, some problem will be there. It can be a captivity, it can be any other matter, not necessarily all the time captivity. But here the Shastra says that malefics in the Lagna and 7 because is a path coming to the home. Always remember, if you know the signification of the house, you can apply. Easily you can apply. Okay. Whatever the question you are asked in the exam, you can answer. Saturns stay in a sign as long as, so I already given explanation. Saturn stay in the Rashi for a very long time. So instead of Saturn, we can check with Mars, we can check with Rahu or a malefic. The movable sign in the Lagna indicates it is for a shorter period. How long that captivity will be there? How long he will be stuck up? For example, yesterday, that micro, whatever that has happened, and flights have not taken off. So people are stuck up. This is a case of captivity. They are stuck up. It can be if the somebody asks me and movable sign I see, then their stuck up will be for a shorter period. The thing will move in its own way very easily in a very short period. Okay, and the problem will over and he will come back. But if it is a fixed sign, then the problem, whatever has happened, is for a longer period. Okay, so it will take about a day or two, depending on the situation. Okay, now the next timing of return. If the seventh lord is in a movable sign, then traveler returns. Here we are applying here the nature of the sign, movable, fixed, and common. When the seventh lord begins to retrograde, this is a unique thing for the Prashna chart. When the seventh lord started retrograding, and the seventh lord is placed into the movable sign. So he has already started coming back. If it is in the fixed sign, multiply the period by 2. That means by 2 means the time taken will be of twice. It indicates the time more than movable sign. It will be twice. It will be thrice in case of a dual sign. Placement of the seventh lord who is getting retrograde in the Rashi, whether it is a movable, it is fixed, or it is a common, indicate the period of journey. Okay. In case of sun and moon become seventh lord, they never retrograde. Then you can apply this principle to nakshatra lords. Now here they don't retrograde, but they will be placed into some constellation. Take the lord of that constellation and apply the same principle which is stated above. Now the next, the transit seventh lord reaches the lagna. He returns. Or when seventh lord forms Ithashala with the lagna lord. Ithashala, Tajik Yug. Seventh lord and lagna gets connected. Then he started lagna, he himself, seventh house is a process of coming back. That is a path. So when it is getting connected to the lagna, it means the traveling is completed and he has reached to the home. Sometimes you can check it with fourth house also. Okay, fourth house of fourth lord also. Timing of return continue. Entry of the moon in the Panphara house, 2, 5, 8 and L. There are 3 types of houses. One Kendra, second is Panphara, and the last portion is the Apoklim houses. Entry of the moon in the Panphara house in transit, he returns, he comes back. Panphara is coming back. In case of 8th house, there must be benefic influence. 8th house again is a Panphara house, but 8th house is a bad house. But here the condition is that if the benefic planet is placed into the 8th house, then only you apply this principle. Otherwise, don't apply. Then another situation will emerge that there are some problems in coming back because malefic planet has occupied the 8th house. Okay. In transit, when moon enters the 4th house, he returns his home. Already I have told you from the 7th house to Lagna, same way moon to 4th house. Count Lagna degrees to the planet's degree, who is placed in the next house from the Lagna. Some planet will be sitting into the next to that Lagna. See here, I will give you an example here. Lagna is here. There are 2 planets sitting into this Lagna, next to that Lagna. Who are they? Mars is there and Jupiter is there. Okay. Mars is there. Which sign they are occupying? Vrishabh. Okay. Now check with the Navangsha. Which Navangsha they are occupying? Mars is placed into the Aquarius, Jupiter placed into the Mithun, and it is in the 11th house. So Jupiter is more favorable for reaching over there. Check the degree of the Lagna, that is 14 degree. Check the degree of the Jupiter, 17 degree. What is the difference between the two? 3 degree or 2 degree? 3 degree. Okay, let us presume that it is a 3 degree. Now here you apply. Here you apply. Count the Lagna degrees to the planet degree who is placed into the next sign from the name. Multiply it by 12. That is 3 degree multiplied by 12. Why 12? I will explain that. To arrive at the days of return. If the such planet is retrograde, then we need not multiply by 12. Retrograde means he is already going back. So we need not. He is going back. But he is in the right direction, then you have to multiply 12. Why 12 has come? From where 12 has come? See here, it is coming from the Tajik Varshapal. Tajik Varshapal. A Rashi is equal to, Rashi is composed of 30 degree. It is of 300 and the year is of 360 days. Okay, in Tajik particularly. We can make it 365. But normally speaking, 360 days of the year and one Rashi will be 30 degree. So each Rashi is equal to 1 year. What will be the position? 12 days is equal to 1 degree. 12 days will be the 1 degree. So here 3 degrees was the answer. Multiplied by 12, 36 degree. 36 degree multiplied by 12 will be the number of days when the person will reach to their residence. This is how the calculation goes. Okay, as per this particular dictum. This can be applied to the strong planet. I already told you how to assess the strong planet. Also, if such planet is a movable Navamsha, then so many months. Now here, check with Navamsha. Check with Navamsha. See here, Navama Jupiter is a Mercury Navamsha or Mithun Navamsha. Okay, so is a common Navamsha. Common Rashi Navamsha. Now, what is given here? Check with that. If such, here see, dual Navamsha, it may be multiplied by 3, like this. Whatever the answer you have received after multiplying 12, you multiply it by again 3. Because the Navamsha indicate dual. Many more days. Fix 2 multiplied by 2. What does it mean? It indicates that fix is maximum time will be taken by the dual Navamsha, and minimum time will be given by the movable Navamsha. Okay, you need not multiply. And the second is a fixed and common, where some sort of delay will be there. Although you have calculated multiplying 12, all these things calculation happen, but still it may not be correct because the placement of that planet into the Navamsha is into the fixed Rashi or common Rashi. So the Rashi, the type of Rashi plays important role here. Okay. Now, no journey or not return. No journey, not return. This particular question becomes very important nowadays for the spouses, would-be spouses. I will say would-be brothers. Okay. Benefits into the 4th house and 10th house indicates no journey. This is particular question asked if I can go to the foreign land. See here, so many things are involved here. Whether I can go to the foreign land. This is a question. And if you observe that benefics are placed into the 4th house or the 10th house, it indicates that there is no journey. That means he is not going to the foreign land. Okay, so simple. Check these particular things as per the question. If Lagna, Moon and 7th house is hemmed with the planets, indicates no journey. Here, no journey, hemmed by benefic planets. Always remain. Malefic planets promote the journey. Benefic planets do not promote the journey. Simple logic you apply. Benefics into 12th house do not promote the journey. Okay, both way, inwardly or outwardly. There is no movement. There is no movement. Okay. Now, Now the next question generally asked about the fights and litigations. This is also a unique phenomena nowadays. Some court cases, police cases, all the unnecessary, although you are very correct, something happens and the responsibility will come on your shoulder. Okay. So these fights, litigation and competition, particularly competition is the most important in the office promotion. That competition will be there. For getting success in the examination, competition will be there. For getting success in the UPSC, that competition is involved. So such type of questions can be dealt with by using all these dictums along with fights and litigation. Fights and court cases are becoming common nowadays. Earlier, war was the common issue, but war is now reduced. Still, it is there, but the war is between two countries, and particularly it is now going up, involving so many countries. Okay. The principles applicable to war can be applied to the present day court cases and fights. Same principles are there. Now, under following situation in the Prashna chart, the opponent may go for fights and move into the court. Some fight is going on between you and neighbor, for example, you and society secretary. Okay. So your fight is going on with the employer. So many situations are there. You can visualize it. If this is the situation, that is a fight is going on. Whether if you are a boss, whether your employee will go against you or will go against the bank in the court of law or the institution in the court of law. This question can also be solved in this way. For example, some examination has been happened for promoting, for getting promotion, and some lacuna you find, the people find out, and on this view they requested management to change it altogether and re-held the examination, but management has not listened to it. So the people or the union or the association will go in the court of law for the justice. Okay, this is how. So everywhere situation can be here and there, but the for our astrology purpose, the thing is like this. Malefics into the fourth house. Fourth house indicate the, see here, Lagna is you yourself, and seventh house is the opponent body with whom you are fighting. Okay. So the 10th house from 10th house for you will be the as a native, 10th house. And 10th house for the opponent party will be the fourth house. And that will be the field or the place where you fight, That is a battlefield. Word used here is a battlefield of the opponent. And 10th house is a battlefield of the querist. I have explained. If the malefics in the fourth house or the 10th house means kya? Malefics give the strength to fight. Benefic refrain you from getting fight. Okay. Ahimsa hai uske paas. Iske paas ahimsa nahi hai. Mars is not interested in ahimsa. They goes for fight. Okay. This is how you look into. So the malefics into the fourth house of the 10th house indicate that there will be a lot of fight. Okay. Another thing is that malefics in the third house, fifth house, sixth house. Sixth house is a house of fight. Third house is a bad house normally, and fourth negative house for the fourth. Okay, third house is a short journey. Fifth is a compassionate house. If the malefic is placed into that love house, in case of love marriage, we use it as a love for love marriage. But the same love is afflicted when there is a malefic planet into the fifth house. Same logic is here. Third house gives the strength. Fifth house, because in the Upachaya house, malefics are good. Okay, the same logic you can use. Now, if you are using the third house from the Lagna will indicate the for native himself, and the ninth house will be the third house for the seventh house. Okay, this is how we can check. Retrograde Lagna Lord with the malefic placed in the Kendra leads to conflict. The very important thing. It is coming from, in case of Prashna astrology, you see the important role of retrograde planets. Sixth lord in the seventh house, and that is malefic. Planet is malefic, aspecting the Lagna. See here, one important thing I am telling you here, malefic planet sitting in the Lagna is not good for the native. For the native. Always, sorry, benefic planet sitting in the Lagna is not good for the native, but the malefic planet sitting in the Lagna is good for your, for you to win the battle. Here, sixth lord himself is the enemy, indicate the enemy. Lord is a personification, placed into the seventh house, that is the opponent's house. And it is aspecting to the Lagna, means that the opposing party is very strong. Planet having the malefic is good for winning the battle. So seventh house indicate that the opponent party is very interested in fighting with you. Okay. Now the disputes. This is very important things. You expand it like anything. I have given very important things here. Lagna is the querist, native person asking the question. Now this is regarding the court cases. Okay. Fourth house is the judgment given by the court. Seventh house, as usual, opponent. 10th house is a authority, judiciary. You must remember that in case of a stolen article and all these things, I have given you the 10th house as a police authority. Okay. Here it is given as a judiciary. Court matter is there. So it is the judiciary. 6th house is the secret enemy. 7th house is the open enemy. Always remember. 7th is a open enemy. 6th is a hidden enemy. Always keep this in front of you while answering any question. While answering any question. If Lagna is badly afflicted, something is wrong with the native himself. He may or may not won. He is really worried. He is really worried. If any sort of malefic influence on the relevant house makes it strong or bad. Okay. 7th house having malefic influence makes the opponent strong. For you it is bad because it is aspecting to the Lagna Bhav. Okay. 6th house Lord sitting into the 7th house. Already I have told you. 6th house Lord sitting into the 7th house and he is a malefic planet. Aspecting the Lagna. Lagna is you yourself. Is bad. 4th house, general happiness. General happiness, 4th house. Judgment given by the, if the malefic planet is sitting into the 4th house, the judgment is against you. If the benefic planet is placed into the 4th house, judgment is in favor of you. You are becoming happy because of that judgment. 10th house indicate the judicial system, court of law. Malefic planet placed into that, it is not favoring you. 4th house is the battlefield. If the 4th house is occupying the malefic planet, then it is a battlefield for the 7th house. I already explained. Then it is good for him. It is bad for you. This is how you have to check. Got it now? 6th house, secret enemy. Use this thing and expand yourself. Okay? For any answer. Dispute. How to examine the Kundali. Malefic in the Lagna gives tremendous fighting spirit. I already given. Which leads to victory. And vice versa if the benefic is plain. This is the only occasion when the malefics are good in the Lagna Bhav. In all other questions, placement of malefic planet in the Lagna is bad. Only in case of fights, malefic planet placed into the Lagna Bhav is always good for you to win the battle. It is always good for you for the competition. It is always for good. Okay, you use this. Then the malefic in the 7th house will be favorable for the opponent because that becomes the ascendant of the opponent. Okay. If both houses have malefic, then the stronger one will be the winner. Okay. Check with the who is the stronger. You can check it with the Rashi. You can check it with the aspect. So many aspects are there. Malefic aspecting another malefic render is more strong. See, this is how you can check. Okay. Exactly opposite of aspect of Jupiter. In absence of planet, the strength of the Lagna Lord and the Seven Lord should be examined. A planet retrograde is weaker. Very systematically it is given. In Parashara, we consider the retrograde planet as a stronger planet. In Prashna Charter, we see the planet retrograde is a weaker planet. Remember the difference. If both the planets posited in the Kendra, then planet with lower degree is stronger. See here, lower degree is stronger. If both are placed into the Kendra Bhava, and the planet having less degree will be the stronger. Planet in Itashala with Sun gains the strength. Sun is a authority. Sun is the authority of strength. Okay. The planet who are getting Itashala with the Sun always gains the strength from the Sun. Okay. So when the planet becomes stronger, that strength adds to that bhava and the for which he is the Lord, and indicate the circumstances and the result. Okay. Now the next dispute. What will happen on the next hearing court case? We are sometimes we become when the case started on the coming on the board. This particular word is used. Coming on the board. Then we are worried. What can happen? What can happen in the next case? So we ask this question. Lagna and moon in the movable sign indicate that the case will continue for next day for hearing. That means no hearing will take up. Just new date will be given and it will continue as it is. If you see Lagna and moon in a movable sign. Fixed sign indicate the case will proceed. Fixed sign, if they are placed into the fixed Rashi, the things will proceed. The court will held and it will continue with arguments. Dual sign indicates some proceeding will happen and case will proceed the next day. Continuation. Malefic in the 10th house indicate that nothing will happen. And the benefic in the 10th house indicate hearing will be decisive. Hearing will be. Now in this particular case, you will get the decision of the court. If you find, sometimes it's often, it is going on for years and years, months and months, and both are worried. And the people ask whether this, it is about to happen. Situation is like this, that decision is about to come. It has been withheld by the court. Will that decision he will give in this particular hearing? This is the question. And if you find the 10th house occupying the benefic planet, then the hearing will be decisive. The final decision will be given. Okay. Now the next. Dispute and compromise. Ithashal yoga between the Lagna Lord and Seven Lord and moon involved. Any involvement of Ithashala between Lagna Lord, Seven Lord. Seven Lord is the opposite party. Okay. If both are getting Ithashala and the moon is also interacting, indicating the Kambul yoga of the Tajik astrology, indicating that the compromise will be there. Now there will not be any fight. Lagna Lord in the 5th house. 5th house is a house of compromise. And benefics in the Kendra, they are prepared for the compromise. Sometimes court themselves told them, you go and settle your disputes outside the court. Go for the compromise. Sometimes court says like that. So here that question comes. The 7th Lord and 6th Lord are mutual friends. The enemy himself become a friend. Okay? 6th Lord, 7th Lord are mutual friends. Lagna Lord, 7th Lord or 6th house and 6th Lord get related to the Mercury. Mercury is a negotiation. Mercury is a negotiation. And or second Lord. Second Lord is a talkative terms. Second Lord is a Vacha Siddhi. Okay, Vacha. Second house indicate the Vacha. That is the Mercury and second Lord. Then the dispute is there. They started talking about among themselves how to resolve the issue. Once they start talking, their enmity goes off and the compromise can be there. Unless and until there is talkative measures, the enmity continues. Lagna Lord and Seven Lord in human Rashis in Kendra, both will started behaving as a human being. Human Rashi, human being. Okay, very easy. Prolonged disputes. Lagna Lord and Moon are in Ishraf Yoga. Ishraf Yoga, both are going away from each other. Malefics into the Lagna and 7th house. Fights will go on because nobody is taking back. Both the malefic planets are sitting into the Lagna Bhava as well as 7th house. Malefics in the 10th house is always bad. It gives that the court is not coming out for giving judgment because benefics only can give the judgment, and malefics into the 10th house will indicate that the fight will go on in the court of law. 7th Lord and 6th house with the 6th Lord, the fight will go on because 6 is the house of fight. Lawyer, how you can check the lawyer? Mercury is the significant of the lawyer. Okay, its placement from the Lagna and Lagna Lord or 7th house and 7th Lord both indicate the native and the opponent, will indicate whose lawyer is strong. See, Mercury is one planet. Their placement from the Lagna, if he is sitting in a favorable position from the Lagna or Lagna Lord, particularly Lagna Lord, then the lawyer of Lagna means the native is more stronger than the opponent. Like this you can check. Then PP means police prosecutor, lawyer on behalf of the court. Okay, seen from the 6th house. See here, which is the 9th house from the 10th house. Okay, and the 6th Lord being the 9th house from the 10th house. Same thing is given here. So 6th house indicate the police prosecutor given by the court. Okay, so how you can check the police prosecutor? This becomes a question. Many times it has been considered. Between dispute with judgment. Between Lagna Lord and 7th Lord, whichever is aspected by the 10th Lord is not justified or true in his intention. 10th Lord will be there. If it is aspecting to the Lagna Lord or the 7th Lords, Lagna Lord, native himself, 7th Lord, opposite party. If the 10th Lord is aspecting to out of this one, they will not be favor. That means he may be the loser. Judgment seen from the 4th house. Already I have talked. Mars, Jupiter, Venus in the 10th house indicate fair judgment. Judgment will be fair. If the Mars, Jupiter and Venus are placed into the 10th house, indicate that the judgment is fair one. Mercury may be blend of fair and unfair practices. This is talking about the competent authority of the court. See here, Mercury is not so dependable in the 10th house. Sun very severe and punitive. In case of Asaram, once I have checked Asaram Bapu, when I was checking his case, when that court case was going on, the sun was placed into the 10th house. And see, the judgment given by that court was very, very severe and a lot of punishment was given to the Asaram Babu. So the sun indicates the severe judgment. Judgment in whose favor? Once I have already given. 10th Lord aspect into the Lagna Lord of 7th Lord. Another is whose favor? Benefic moon into the 10th house favors the queries, that is the native. And the malefic moon into the 10th house to the opponent. See here. Moon is categorized as, same moon is categorized as benefic moon and malefic moon based on the Pakshabal. Based on the Pakshabal and the Rashi. Okay. But number 1 is a Pakshabal. Saturn in Kendra aspected by Mars indicates unfair judgment. See here, malefic influence. Saturn in Kendra aspected by Mars. If the Mars and Saturn is placed into the 10th house, house of court, the case will move to the next court. That means the person will move from high court to supreme court, from lower house to the higher house, from lower court to the higher court. If you see the Mars and Saturn influence on the 10th house, okay. profession, business, and employment. Shall we stop here now? I think. Anybody wants to ask any? Shall we stop here?
Yes, sir, we can stop.
We will continue on the next Saturday. Okay? Because tomorrow we don't have any class. Some inauguration is there about of ICAS. They might have conveyed you, no? Our ICAS team might have conveyed you. There's some inauguration of classes will be there tomorrow. And because it is conveyed to me, so tomorrow we will not be having our class, but we will be having our class on next Saturday, sure. And I'm trying to take one more class. I'm requesting them to give me one more class so that more appropriate things can be given to you on a easy method. Okay, let us stop here only.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, same to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.